Hello everyone, I'm Julie from the Buckinghamshire Building Society, and I'm absolutely delighted to speak to you today, just really to highlight how important building societies are today and how much they can help you to get that case over the line, giving you the ease and the support you need. So without further ado, I'll click on. The first slide, really, I just wanted to get a bit of a handling on how many of you have actually used us or inquired with us before. So if people could put their hands up, I'd be really appreciative of that. Great. I mean, it's great that some of you already have, so thank you for that. But hopefully, when we've finished, there'll be a few more hands that come up and there'll be that more confidence based on the building society sector as a whole. So, building society, and what is it? You all know what a building society is. I don't need to tell you. But today I just wanted to try and share a few interesting facts, just to highlight how much building societies are supporting the intermediary market in an ever-changing world. And I'm here to represent the Buckinghamshire today, but actually there's a lot of building societies out there, and we all have very different things to offer. You know, there's a great set of CAMs and BDMs out there, and at the end of the day, we've all got very, very different things. Collectively, we're all doing the same type of thing, but I recently went to an event where we had a Meet the Mutuals event, and we didn't converse at all based on the presentations we put together, but actually on the day, we all had completely different presentations, and I think that just confirms how diverse we can be and how much we can offer you when we're talking to you about the clients. So, we're very different to banks, as you know. We're owned by our members, though, and what that will mean is that we are actually about giving back to the community, giving back to our customers, ultimately supporting you and your customers to do the right thing and to actually give your customers the best outcome in the best possible way we can, and giving you a lot more options as well when you talk to people. We're solely focused on helping you and the customer, and what is not to like about building societies. And I'm sure besides us, there's all of you at some point are going to contact the building society about something that you needed help with. So, you'll be sitting there thinking, actually, what does that mean to me? Over the past few years, the profile of a typical customer has changed. I mean, building societies have been around forever, but I think particularly in the past 2 or 3 years in particular, things have really, really changed in the marketplace. And there's all sorts of different factors and reasons and things that have happened that have made this happen. So when we look at things in the profile, you're looking at applicants maybe changing their employment. It could be there's incomes that are reduced despite obviously costs and everyday costs going up. This morning I was travelling in and listening to utilities are going up yet again. And this is all a pressure on the customer and their expenses and their outgoings and what they're having to look at. So you've also got a number of income streams. Lots of people are changing jobs or getting second jobs based on being forced to do so. Lots of people have chosen to change employment as well. Some people might have struggled with employment because their company has actually let them go and they've had to take a role at a lesser income, which is all impacting with reference to how they can get a mortgage. Of course, you've got things like impaired lending, non-standard credit. We're being told by the experts there is a big increase on that side. Naturally, over COVID, I think people had circumstances, blips have happened. It wouldn't be in a normal world, but actually we've not been in a normal world. And COVID has actually been the biggest factor as to change, particularly over the last 2 years. So with building societies, you know, we have a really diverse range of lending. We can intertwine criteria, we can listen to you, we can talk about the case, we can take a view, you can pick up the phone and speak to someone directly. All these things make it so much easier for you to actually get the answers you want. And actually there's this myth that building societies have actually, they're old-fashioned, they're not quite there. Actually, 10 years ago, a lot of building societies probably were still paper-based, but actually now we're not paper-based, we're all automated, we've got online DIPs, online application systems, we've got online affordability calculators, although, you know, we will look and to take an individual view for you still. So, for more flexible, agile lending, so on that side, you've got the human approach to underwriting and the way that we can look at things. As I said, we can talk to you. So, you know, please pick up the phone and talk. You've all been there, I've been there, not only within financial services, but other organisations and areas of the market where you pick up the phone and you've got to wait half an hour for someone to pick up the phone and talk to you. And then you've decided, after you've told them what you want, what you need, actually it needs to be somebody else. So you're on the phone for another half an hour waiting for someone else to be spoken to speak to you, to help you. It's very frustrating. And with building societies, you have got that personal aspect where we can actually talk to you. We've got a fantastic set of knowledgeable and experienced teams throughout the mortgage industry, where you can pick up the phone, you can get the answers you want, you can talk through the case, and you will get a really, really speedy response. So all these things, I mean, your time is so precious. Sitting on a phone or waiting in a line of 500 inquiries, you know, can be very, very frustrating when you can actually get the answers you want quite quickly, actually, based on the personal service that you can often get from the building society. Talking about, I just sort of focus on a couple of things here, but really it's niche lending. And over the past few years in particular, you've got all the general lending out there, but what building societies have done is been very, very good at looking at niche lending. So things like family assist lending, later life has been a prominent issue because a lot of people are actually working longer and living longer. Working longer is good, but of course you have got restrictions. A lot of the mainstream lenders will only go up to retirement age. They won't take anything past retirement age. And of course it does restrict things. A lot of people are on interest-only mortgages at the moment. Again, there's problems there because the lender is trying to put them onto a repayment basis. They're trying to stop their income at state pension age. And what happens is they can't afford that mortgage based on what their lender is trying to do for them. So again, you know, the way that we can look at things, the building society sector will be able to individually look at interest-only mortgages, look at part and part loans, look at age and stretch out an age over and above the state pension age, and look at all sorts of solutions that can help you to get to where you want to get to. So, I'm just going to actually take you onto a slide now, and this is quite interesting because it gives you some stats of actually how well we're performing in the sector. So Smarter Money people, you'll all know, they're just one of the major prominent feedback forums in the market for financial services. And this was a snapshot taken from Q2 of last year. Believe it or not, there was 105 lenders that this spanned across, and the actual there was over 3,600 pieces of information, important information that you as the advisors wanted to answer questions on, and it actually represented 97% of the marketplace. But on there's some great figures on there. It's proud to see actually. Likely to recommend 40% as opposed to just under 25% for all our general lenders. I think the lender communication for me is a big one. You know, where again, going back to computer says no, you can't get hold of somebody, you want that absolute answer, you need it quickly, building societies are brilliant to do that for you. So, I'd encourage you all to pick up the phone more and speak to your building societies, because they will be able to give you a much more defined yes or no. They won't give you a drawn out maybe. They'll talk through the case. They'll be able to actually speak to you, find out where the sticking points are, and often, as well as actually talking about what you want to do, they'll be able to actually, hopefully, be able to look at other options for you, so you can expand the options you're giving your customer. Again, on there, we've got things like speed to process. Our technology in the building society sector is way, way beyond anything that it was 10 years ago. So it's, at the end of the day, I think it is very easy. We're in a very busy, a busy bubble of at the moment, based on the mortgage industry in particular. Time is precious, and it is quite easy, isn't it, sometimes just to literally think, I'll go with what I know because it's easy. But honestly, I would say to you, please, if you get time, just have a little look at what's out there in the market for building societies, because we really, really can help. We can help you individually. We've got a fantastic support. We've got a great mechanism to be able to talk through, give you those quick answers. And actually, a lot of our applications will go through to offer quickly, because we know your customer, the underwriters are often involved with what we talk about with you, and that actually gives you the right answers, and you're not going to have things fall down later down the line. So lastly, just a few tips really, and we have sort of covered this a little bit, but complex cases. With complex cases, as I say, we're constantly looking at niche areas of product available. It's a two-way communication for us. Please feed back to us, talk to us, tell us what's important to you, where are your customer needs, how we can help you, things you might be actually experiencing which are difficult, because that's how we grow, that's how we actually get better at what we're doing for you. So I would definitely say, please, let's have that two-way communication. We want to give you that fantastic service. We want to give you the best rates we can, based on the circumstances that you'll have, and there's some great rates out there for specialist lending. But also, please keep us feeding back to us to tell us what we can do better, how we can improve on things. And in turn, we just want to grow relationships with you. And I speak again for all the building society sector, and many of my peer group BDMs out there. Flexible lending, we are really flexible. Again, there's so many different areas. There's not an awful lot that we won't do that a high street bank or a larger organisation will do. But what we can do is we can give you that more personal, committed service based on when you're actually trying to get answers, and actually following right the way through with you, because we know the dip. We've talked the dip through with you. The application comes through. The underwriters will know, because they've actually looked at those dips and those applications before. They will be able to actually give you very defined decisions, and things speed through because of that. The other thing as well is, I would say, is just get to know us. We, as CAMs and BDMs, I love speaking to people. I love finding solutions for people, talking to people, building up relationships, and actually talking through cases to find solutions. That is the best part of my day. And I know I speak for a lot of other key account managers out in the field that are amazing. They are very committed, they're service orientated. We cannot survive without giving you that good service. So hopefully, again, I would just say to you, really, building societies are there, that we're here to stay. We are more than ever important in the marketplace as it stands today, in what we can do for you, but actually we can do it really well. We've got the technology now, we've got the knowledge and expertise to be able to give you a great service, and actually, at the end of the day, give you the best outcomes and give you more options for your customers. So I'll just end by saying, can I just have a show of hands who might actually start using us and other building societies more based on what we've talked about today? Brilliant, honestly. that, just to have 2 or 3 people, but to have that many people, thank you so much for today. I am at the stand today, so if anybody wants to pick up some information, I'd be delighted to help you. But thank you very much for everybody. Thank you.